Of course, it will be longer to have, and practice is required. And some of the tools that we will learn. So if I showcase you my setup like something, so we have something called Oracle VirtualBox, or it's a part of virtualization. There I can run multiple different operating system parallelly, which is I already running one Windows. It's my main laptop. Then here you can see I am running the Kali operating system. That will be the our friend for whole course, because it's a dedicated operating system we use for hacking purpose. Correct. Like the productivity, performing attacks, understanding, finding the bugs, all that thing we're gonna do with this particular Kali operating system. Alternative operating systems we have available. Maybe you can go with Parrot Security, Black Arc is there, Network Security is framework is there, that thing. Okay, so this is another operating system I'm parallelly running. But before starting with this particular part, we have to understand what's the technology behind this it is running. Okay, so it's another operating system, and mainly we're gonna working on this terminal. That's maybe if you have seen some of the videos or research a little bit on YouTube, you will get a little idea. Correct. So that's the one operating system which I'm running here. Maybe I can run Windows 7 or another Linux based machine. Okay, so before starting and setuping this all stuff, we'll go a little bit backward in the history, that how actually the network is started, how the communication is going on. That is first we need to understand. Then we're going to jump in this particular area to access and do. Okay, so that's the part. And if we talk about jobs, so we have lots of jobs are available in cybersecurity in US and Canada both. So you'll get lots of chances to understand, to practice. Of course, one thing which I require from your side is little patience. First thing, more practice is required. Then we're gonna after completing, so we can go with the resume build-up and some job interview questions that will help you to get a job. Anybody want to add in this part? So welcome. No? Okay, one more thing I will add here. Need more research. What you can is googling, you can do more better. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this thing, let's suppose I just teach something new topic or something like that, so you have to search about some alternative solutions or process. Why should I do this thing? Why Mukesh has teach this thing? What is the plus point, what is the minus point is there, or we can say what is the disadvantage or advantages part is there. Always be mind we have why, the question in your mind, and how we are doing this thing, and what will be the better option. These three questions you have in mind whatever I am teaching you, so that the learning will go more faster and in less time you can grab more things. Okay, because we have a limited time for the learning purpose. Of course, you have other jobs to do, you have family, same time, so that is also important to cope up with all the steps. Because if I say I am working in cybersecurity last 4+ years, still I don't know anything. That's my thinking. Still I'm learning lots of things and still I don't know anything. That is the first part. Correct. So let's start. Then today's introductory session, that how gonna we do and what's the stuff is there that we need to understand. A little bit about day-to-day tasks that I will ask, like how the communication is going on. That is the first question. So if I ask that how the internet is working, anyone knows about this thing? Like what will be your understanding? I can say as a first time if I saw, so I simply say that I just connect with Wi-Fi connection and I love the internet. That is the first part. Maybe if you are using mobile data connection, so you are getting internet, that's it. Or if you are connected with some LAN, nearby LAN connection, it is what we call the Ethernet. In some we have, like, not nowadays we don't have cyber cafes, very little, because everywhere we got the internet access. So it's a very good fast. Maybe in office you have Ethernet connection. That's how you can get the internet. Correct? If I'm wrong, you can just say yeah, I'm saying something wrong, you can ask. Right? So that's the very basic thing that we do, who are from non-technical, and they do on a daily basis what we are doing in the internet. What is the use of internet is actually. So the first thing is that if we talk about what is the benefit, simply if I ask, so you are having a good connection, we can talk to our family members and friends remotely. We can do video calling and internet calling. Also, if you are from one country to another country, comparing to normal call, it will be little bit cheaper. Okay, almost free if you are doing WhatsApp calling or that comparison. Correct? That's the thing. Then we do use for online entertainment. Correct? Maybe if you have entertainment, Apple TV or Netflix, something like that service if you are using. Correct? Or maybe some local channel that you use to see some videos or for refresh your mind. And we can use for online payment. Maybe if you're going for some shopping, online grocery, going to fill up gas in the bike or car, something like that. Anything else apart from that? Yeah, send messages, or we can say the professional term, we have mails for the working. Okay, these are the daily tasks that we are doing. That's what we call the internet. And internet is very easy to interconnect everybody. Now we are connected with the online meeting. So this application we are using Google Meet. Maybe we can have alternative Zoom, or maybe we have Microsoft Teams in companies we are using, or we have WebEx, another some meetings applications we use. Okay, so in this all the functionalities, the very thing is common called internet. Great. So of course the question comes like how the internet is now working, and you can see this all the stuff that we are doing, it is all safe. Correct? Whatever we do, it's safe. But in this particular part only, we are doing the same thing called the scam. You can say fraud sometime, or we can compromise some cyber attacks in the same part to manipulate someone. Okay, so that's what we call the comes the particular part. Something is happen on digital platform, any kind of crime. So there comes about the cybersecurity. We are learning about this thing, that how somebody manipulates someone from these particular platforms, and they got compromised, and their bank account will just got empty, or some information got leaked. Got it? So that's what we call learning in the cybersecurity. So that is what we do on a daily basis. Taking a simple example, maybe if you have got some kind of, there is a section in mail ID. Everybody have Gmail ID, correct? Of course, if we comparing with the Gmail, we got on an average some of the common mails which is from the professional or some work or maybe some family members to send documents, to send some messages convey. But there is a one folder called spam. Folder is available. There you can see some of the random message or mail which are not relevant. Okay, and which is not our terms of business, that it is just coming as a spam or a particular part. So lots of people got compromised only through mail part. If I talk about this thing, so Gmail cybersecurity fraud, you will get lots of people are got fetch on an average. So here it is showing how we can avoid, how you can help. So Gmail is providing the solutions for that. And there comes on some averages, there you can see some statistics. Here they have given some more statistic about mail related. There you can get some cyber fraud statistic trends. So you will get some latest trends, how much organization they have increased, how much particular some terms you can see, phishing is there, something like that. Cloud platform also we have. So how much percentage, and you can go through with some of the statistic. There you can see there are 150 malware samples were injected in last quarter. So these are some statistics you can see about the cyber crime, which is happening only with the mail initiation. The methods we're going to learn, how the thing is going on, we'll get a little idea more, little bit research, because the thing is that there is a one term we have called the phishing. Okay, and it is increased. You can see 6.9 million new phishing and scam pages were created after 2020, because in COVID everything is got online, remotely. Okay, we have got lockdown, lots of physical jobs are stopped. So you can see email security benchmark report and that thing, lots of you see this kind of elements. So there is a term we have called the phishing. It's a kind of trap, we can say. So we as a hacker build some kind of trap, so anybody just got maybe we can send some good offer amount, buy one get one offer, or buy one two get offer. Also some of the offers we also run of the Apple mobile phones campaign, Mac campaign, that we are getting in just $200 or $250 the Mac Pro, something like that. This kind of message come, or some kind of lottery related mails comes. So people click on that particular mail or download the application, and that application is not good. It will be kind of malware or a kind of virus, you can say, that will infect our system, or just work as a spyware kind of option. So what actually happen when run this kind of application, they will run in the background about the laptop and steal our personal information and directly send to the hacker whenever we connect over the internet. Hackers, or you can say the attackers, that part. So this is a very initial start, that how the things go very messy in this part. Because if you talk about anybody is the owner of internet, if I ask, or who is the boss of internet? Yes, because nobody have the control over the internet. Correct. Because if somebody want to become a boss of the internet or control the whole internet, how the internet is working, so it required almost 51% of full control access. But this is not possible, because at least we have around, in the world, if I'm not wrong, I think 196 countries, or maybe if we take a rough of 190 plus countries we have. Okay, so at least I required almost 85 country whole internet access will be controlled in my side. So it is not possible. Anybody, not even some terrorist group, can control this thing. Infrastructure part, telecommunication, everything they have the control. Then only we can control the internet. Correct. But that's not possible at any particular part, because we will learn that how the internet is giving the access, how the servers are running. Correct. So before internet, if you talk about what is the media of communication, in little bit past we figure almost 20 or maybe 20 to 25 year back, if I am going in history. So at that time, even mail will be also part of internet, because that is also connecting with the communication. Before that, so we have the telephone lines, correct? That will be the part of mobile communication. So at that time we have that wire telephones are there. So that is connected with some wire connection, and it will take time to communicate. Of course, it is costly also. So maybe our older family members, they have used this thing before the internet connection I am talking about. If I showcase you some image part, telephone around 90s. Nowadays, this is what I am talking about here. So these are connected with the lines, and these are some, we have some coin to pay in the some study. Telephone booth is there. Maybe if you have used this particular part area to communicate, these are the new generation part with this wireless and we are directly connecting. But before in the past, if you talk about, these are the communication channels we use. Even the internet is not there. Okay, so at that time all the thing is connected with the wire, and this is the part of mobile towers we have nearby. Correct. Through which we can communicate through mobile, if I am talking about. And there also it is now it is connected with the some big what we call the routers and repeaters. So it is just used for the forward the signal about your communication. So now if I talk about the mobile towers, this is what I am talking about. Everybody have seen this thing, correct? So these are what we call the repeaters. It just amplify the signal and then move forward. And there you can see these are the receivers we have, this rectangle things. The circle, it's a repeater that amplify, receive some data and amplify further. And there also you can see some small this particular devices. That's a part of internet connection. So we have multiple different vendors, I think you have in terms of mobile communication, or you're using the same mobile company SIM, or there will be some vendors are there in America or maybe in US you have, correct? So through that you are taking a service. This is what we call the sender. It's a big one. I think this is a main receiver point that it collect more possible signal and aggregate at a single point to send. So we got a good signal. That's how the technology is developed nowadays. And I think in your country we have 5G technologies available. Communication is going on. Like in India we are still using 4G. The 5G testing process is going on. Correct. So that's the part of mobile communication. So one thing we got the idea that we are getting the internet something through mobile tower connection. When we are using the, I think you have iPhones. If you are using Apple product, any series you can go 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. That is good for that particular part. Or maybe if you are using Android based mobile, that is also good, because there we are using the internet connection that is connected with the mobile communication platform, and they are connected with the mobile towers. We have some mobile station workstation. From there we are receiving the signal, the nearest tower we have. Or maybe if you have seen in some area, if it is remotely, we go in some village area where we don't have that much traffic or power, so there is chance that some fluctuation is there in the connectivity, correct? If you have done calling, or if you are not using the internet, normal calling to the local city, because I think there will be some charges is there or not, that you have to see. So that is a one way that how we are communicating, getting the internet access. Okay, the second method that we are receiving the internet with little bit faster, that's the satellite mode. So they are connected with the internet service providers. In your place, maybe you're using some local broadband connection, or you can say the Wi-Fi connection provider, through which you are getting the service, correct? Maybe anybody is using Wi-Fi connection in your home? So let me showcase you the Wi-Fi router for home. It would look like something like this, which is connected, if I'm not wrong. Something like this, it is connected at your home. Yeah, so this is a local home router through which we can get access of broadband, correct? So we will also discuss how this whole thing is actually working, because I'm also using the same for my Wi-Fi connection to get internet access, that thing. Now how this particular service provider getting the access, that is the one thing is come, because they are interlinked, so that we have to understand. So the way of getting the internet access is two way. The first we can categorize in the wired connection mode, so that we can take as a local Wi-Fi provider and that thing. And the second we call the wireless connection, so that we can take example of mobile connectivity. If we are outside, so we don't have Wi-Fi connection, or maybe we go with the nearest cafe or some public place, there we can get the Wi-Fi connection, correct? So that is part. And here we can take for wired, we can go with the LAN or Ethernet. In the office we use the LAN cable. If I show you that thing also, LAN cable. This is something it look like this, that we connect in the laptop. There we have the Ethernet port. Mac, if you don't have, if you have the latest one. So if I talk about the Ethernet port in the laptop, this is how it look like. One person have the window laptop, so he can see in the jack we have available. This is something we do there. This is how we can do connection. So this is a LAN cable to get a good Wi-Fi connection, that thing we can do. Okay, or even if you're using a Mac laptop, so we have some external device that will convert LAN cable to the type C, because Mac has reduced the number of ports, physical ports that we call, but in Windows we can get easily. Okay, so that's the wired connection we are using. Generally in office we use wired connection. The reason is that it's a very little bit dedicated speed we get in terms of bandwidth, so we have good internet connection speed to do whatever the task we can do, correct? So that's the thing. Now we'll go a little bit more advanced from here. Yeah, any kind of question is there till yet, do let me know, or you can ask any technical term you didn't understand, that also. Till here everything is good? Yeah, please ask. Yeah, yes, yeah. So this is happen actually with the terms of the security policies. What we call that, we have different kind of vendors are available. If you talk about Yahoo, if you talk about Outlook, we have Hotmail is also there, and we use maximum nowadays we are using Gmail ID. And then we have the custom domain, or what we call the company domain name. Let's suppose if somebody is working on Amazon, so their official ID will be like abcd@amazon.com is there. Or if you go to check the support mail, they will be like support@Amazon or @Apple we have. Got it? So these are the custom domains. Now every mail service provider, they have their own set of security policies, or they are working on their standards, or we can say set of standard rules. So if some mail is coming, maybe somebody has sent to you, or your friend has sent to you, so they will check the backend mail header, what we call the mail header standard. If it is matched with the service that you are using, let's suppose Gmail we are using, okay, so if it is matched with that particular criteria, then only it comes into the main inbox, or else it will goes to the directly into the spam folder, because maybe some text condition it is not in the same criteria, so it will directly jump into the spam folder, even it is something worth to you or some important mail. So that depends on the mail providers, their own security policies, that how they are set their own standard to check the security of the mail and the procedure. That's the reason some mails can go to spam if you're using some other mail provider, maybe Outlook or Yahoo for the custom domain. So maybe they goes directly to their inbox, but in Gmail it will goes in spam. So that's the thing we have to for it depends on their mail providers. We can say we have different mail providers are available. Not only this, we have Proton mail provider, we have another also we use Joho is there, like lots of mail providers are available. But the free, we have the Gmail, which is very famous and very common in all over the world, we can say, because with the same mail ID we are also creating the other accounts. Social media accounts are also connected with the same mail ID, correct? So they have very good set of security standards they are checking. But maybe if we are using Yahoo, they have their own standard, but they are not that much capable of. So maybe in that part the mail can goes to the inbox. So that's the criteria we have to do. Even if I showcase my mail ID, so there also you can see some of the mails are important, but they directly jump into the not inbox, they directly go to the spam. So here you can go to spam option. There you can see there we have the team Hubhopper is a one kind of podcasting platform. So I have created the account like last week to just submit some podcasting and something like that. Okay, but it is come into the spam. Reason it is just checking something some criteria, like they have checked the date, subject ID, from where it is coming from. So it is signed by amazones.com, but the official mail ID is info@hubhopper. But maybe they don't have their own custom domain mail provider, so they have just connected maybe the amazones.com. So this is just like something malicious is coming, because if I'm sending from my mail ID, so it always shows my mail ID, who is the sender it is, but it is just taken as some third party connectivity, like they are using the Amazon cloud service provider. I think even that is something notorious. Here you can see, because the official, if it is amazon.com, but they are using some mediator to send the mail. That's why Gmail have send it into the spam folder instead of sending it to the main the inbox. Okay, also I have created the account. So if I go to the main box in here, if I search for Hubhopper, so they have given me the welcome to the podcast there. So this is coming to my inbox. There you can see I am the team leader, and they have given me so they have given the criteria. So it is in my inbox, main inbox, because it shows they have used the security part. Even they are using the third party provider, but it is TLS, that is secure layer, as compared to the same company provider it is come, but it is in the spam folder. So there you don't see any kind of TLS security, it is integrated. Yeah, so these are some criteria. Every mail provider have their own custom standards of rules. So if it is followed, then only they will put that mail into the inbox, else it will goes to the spam or junk folder. That's the way. Okay, so that's the one part. Yeah, I think now it is a little bit clear to you. Great. Anybody have else other query is there? Please ask, because see, the more you can ask, the more you're gonna learn. What is actually happen if I just go through? So in the future I can able to just explaining and doing the things, but if you cannot ask, you cannot learn lots of things in less time. That's the target. Of course lots of things is more technical in upcoming days, so lots of technical word you're gonna learn. Okay, so today you have learned two things if I'm not wrong. The first is you call spam folder, you already using a very long time in your mail IDs and that thing. That is a particular part. You will learn about what is wired and wireless connection, two more technical terms. Okay, here you have learned about what is router and repeater. You already using it at home maybe, correct? So more terms you have got it. Then you go there, you can heard about what is actually spyware, who is hacker or attacker is. We got very famous term called phishing. Okay, before starting. So these are some technical terms maybe you can highlight in your notes. Also you got what we call the internet service provider, correct? Who are they? How they are working? What is their working functionality? So this thing you can do research. You will get something new to learn every day. And what are the terms you didn't understand, you can just take a note. And whenever we connect to the next class, we can discuss that thing. So maybe anybody who didn't work that in that area, they can also learn that thing from the same research part. Okay, so that way we can help each other to learning the new things in less time. Okay, so now we comes to the same question, that how the internet is actually working. Okay, what we know, that is the day-to-day task that we do. So it is divided into two mode of connection, that is wired communication and the wireless communication. Okay, so coming with the wired, so I will showcase the one map. There is a website which is providing you the full world wired cable, which is set up in the oceans, through which you will getting the internet access all over the world. So this is how the actually the world is look like. That's all. So here this is all which is in connected with the called one cable. If maybe you heard about it or not, that's the fiber cable. Anybody know about this thing, fiber cable, what actually it is? Maybe somebody knows. Who don't knows, not an issue. I will showcase you that thing also by image. So fiber cables is something like a very advanced cable we have in terms of networking to provide and send data. This is how it look like, because it is traveling data up to light speed. So the wires are little costly as compared to normal other cables that we use in internet and that communication channel. So this is how it look like, optical fiber cable. And the same thing we have set up in the ocean. This is a different wire connections we have. Different companies providers are handling their whole company list. You can see here in the large part. If you go to the African coast and European, so we have this thing. Alaska area, you can see this particular part. American one north, they have this location. So somebody is in Las Vegas is there, and rest you can see as per your city wise. I think this is the areas we have. So it is under the ocean, it is set up. Okay, because what happen if due to some weather condition is not good, so we cannot directly get the good communication with the satellite, remember. So if there will be some the very heavy rainfall is going on, so you cannot get the good connection with the satellite. It's a wireless communication, correct? So through this tool, no issues because they are set up in a very proper way. There is a very lots of money we have set up, because it's a very costly setup we do. Fiber cable set up under ocean. This is how it look like when we do setup and maintaining. Yeah. 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 No, they are like us. They are set up actually. They have some kind of hook which is there. So the tornado which is coming, the wave is coming, it is above the water layer. You can see if we take an example of this diagram. So whatever actually happening here, it's above the water. Any kind of disaster comes, so the wave is also coming above. But here this is actually attached with the main land. So if something is attached with the land, there will be no activity you can see here until some kind of earthquake or volcanic eruption is not happened. If you talk about normal wave, hurricane, Katrina kind of tornado is coming, so that is coming about the air and combination of this layer. So which is traveling in this particular area, they will got affected. But the fiber cable will be same, because the aquatic life is still living there, so they will not got affected. It's a very deep ocean. If you go more in between layer of ocean, so that will got very deep setup. So that's why it will not get affected. Of course, we have maintenance team is available. Some areas got affected with the some kind of earthquake is generated because for that. So submarines are available. They are managing this thing on a daily basis. They have all the regular terms. Traveling is going on, that thing. So this is how thing you can see some of the peoples are working. So very flexible cables you can see. So to maintain that thing, it's easy comparing to that part. That's how wire connection is work. Of course, maintenance is a one part. So maintenance teams are there, and these are the companies who are actually handling this thing in different areas. They have a specific layers of wire connection. So peoples which are working on navy and submarine, so they are taking a help of with the local defense navy to handle and maintain this thing. So you can click anyone, you will get a connection like what is the length of the cable from US. You can see it is connected with directly with the Australia in the background. So this company is actually handling this thing. Supplier is Subcom is there, submarine cable, and they have around 14,000 kilometer range area covering. And these are the some port there. So if you go to the company website, there you can get some more detail that how they are doing the day-to-day job, that thing. Okay, so that's the way wire connection is actually happening. I think they are still in the update part. Yeah, so that's how the connectivity is look like. And the data is yeah, ask please. That is the same. That's the full form we have, local area network. The LAN full form is local area network actually. So what you are taking, that is a local service provider. You are getting internet access. and the companies who are handling, so they are called the ISPs. This is we call the internet service provider. So there will be some if I'm not wrong, there will be some government organization who is actually handling the full telecommunication industry and the controls in US. So they are the main person and the government body who is handling this thing. So if I search for internet service provider in US, ISP provider in US, so these are the companies, if I'm not wrong. Maybe if you heard about AT&T Internet, Verizon, Virgin is also there, mobile communication area, Mediacom Internet, Ashnod Broadband, CenturyLink, Cox Internet, there. In which city you are using? If I go with the Las Vegas, so I think these are the local service providers. They are like CenturyLink, LV.net, I think. So they are the providers are there. Or if you go with the top 5, 10 best, you will get some companies name. So they actually buy the service by the government and they are providing the services. I don't know the actual otherness. Maybe you can verify if you are using some particular service provider that you are taking, so you will get an idea little bit. Okay, so here you can see fiber internet and DLS internet is there. Okay, satellite internet for communications, that is the part is there. So they are actually buying the service from this particular service providers, and now from here it is connected with their mobile workstations and the tower connections we have. So that's how these other things are interlinked actually. That how you are communicating. So it's a communication between both this stuff. At certain area, let's suppose satellite is not working, so we can get the wired connection, or you can say it's a LAN connection, local area network providers, through which you can get the internet, or there you can go with the mobile communication. So also we have some SIM providers are available that you are using. Like in India, we have 5 to 6 vendors which are providing the internet connections in terms of mobile service provider. So we have Airtel, Vodafone is there, Reliance Jio is there. Like these are the providers out there. Okay, now this whole stuff is all handled by the one international organization body that we call the INA, Internet Assigned Number Authority. So that we call the .org. So actually this is the main organization body who actually handle the domain, that is the website name, IP address and communication like protocol logistics depending on the different time zones. So if you go to the this particular site ina.org, I will attach this thing, and here you can go to the IP address. So this is divided into 5 areas that we call this Aphrenic, Apnic, Irene, Lendnic and Rep NCC. So we come into the Irene part, and there you will get the IP address. Now I think nobody knows IP address, or maybe somebody knows. IP address, you can say it's a logical address for your system. It can be a mobile device, laptop, system, computer, anything you can take, through which you can get the internet part. It's a kind of logical address. So whenever you change, if you talk about the mobile part, if you are using your home Wi-Fi router, okay, so you have your own Wi-Fi provider. But if you go to some cyber cafe, Starbucks, or if you go with some mall store, general store, so we have their own Wi-Fi providers are there. So we switch to that particular Wi-Fi provider, but still we are accessing the same internet. We can open the same Google page, correct? So how this thing is happening? This is happening with the help of IP address. So whenever you change the Wi-Fi provider or the Wi-Fi, or maybe you are using some hotspot, mobile hotspot to connect with the internet, you are changing your address, that how this physical device can communicate. So that is what we call the IP address, through which we can communicate in internet access is happening. Okay, so that's the thing that we have to understand. Even in mobile, in laptops, we all are connected with the IP address, and this thing is provided by the organization called INA. Also you can see in international, then it goes to the internet service provider of your country. Then from there it goes to your local internet registry, and what we call the, in some countries we also have the NIR, National Internet Registry, or what we call the internet service provider. So these are the service providers, what we call the national or local internet registries. So they have taken some areas, their services they buy from the government, and then they are selling to your local city to city, state wise to state wise. Okay, maybe you have visited some other state, correct? So there you will get internet access, or that service provider is different. But So like this is the broadband connection. So if anybody knows any service provider in your part, yeah, AT&T is there. Okay, so that's the one we have option is available in that part that we use for particularly in that area. Okay, so AT&T is there that you're using. So if I go to AT&T and so this is in a particular part we have that we do. So I think this is the main official site we have. Now we have to go to the local state wise. So they are providing like 100 Mbps or whatever the plan you have. Okay, so they are the providers, like they go with they have, if you search about service based customer service and that particular part, second highest region and best region, south region, they are providing the owners. So that's depending on which area you are living right now, and according to that these providers are getting. So if I search for internet service in your area, they have the fiber internet cables, internet some plans are there. If I search that in my area they are providing or not, you can check the location. I think these are the areas they are going. Georgia, California. So as per your location, I think maybe you have visited some area, state, so that place you can check out in that particular part. Correct, that we can do. Particularly we have to follow up this thing. So this is the particular part we do in this particular area to got the access and that particular options we have. So this is how we can get. Of course they have some landline or internet mobile connection also, that we do. So this is the way how we are getting through wired connection. Now this is connected with the mobile towers, and then mobile towers we are reaching through mobile smartphones. That's so what we have categorized at the end. That thing you can search on YouTube. You will get one short video that how the internet is working. So if you search on YouTube, you will get the how the internet is working. You will get this 8-minute video. You can see this is how the connections work, or you will search like how internet is working. So a little bit longer. You can go with small, that how you are getting with modem telephone connection is there. You can see this video as a reference if you want to go through. So they have explained very well about the that how the communication is going on and that particular thing. Yeah, and if you want to see the how the setup is going on, deep sea internet cable setup, you can see this one video. They are working in this particular part, so you can add this thing. So there you can get a little idea about the connectivity and process part, that thing. So these are the machines setup. You can see you will get more like this is a particular part, you will get it like that thing. So this two video I think you can check out it later for research part. Today you will get a more detailed idea. Okay, so maybe more doubt, the more realistic you can see, the more you can learn things. Okay, for internet working and setup of fiber cables under the ocean. So that's how actually you got the internet at your home place. That's how this thing is possible. So this is a background history that I have explained you, that you can go through and learn. Till here any kind of question or queries there, do let me know. Any option, any question anybody have? Anything? All good? No? Okay. Yeah, not any issues there. I think Deshpan already knows something because he already done some of the cybersecurity course. That's one. So don't worry, we'll go a little bit more further, but actually we have to take some everybody at the same pace. That's why I take a very basic understanding, then we go to the move further. So for today I will not going more in depth, just go through these two things so that you can learn more stuff. Tomorrow what you can learn about the stuff, if you want to do little bit research, you can search about the OSI layer and its function. We have 7 days actually that we're going to learn the setup part. So this is for the home task. You will get time to work on it or not, let me know. If you're getting time, that's good. If not, so not an issue is there. We will cover in the next class that thing in this part. So that will be the homework, you can say home task, or I can say just assessment for today. So as per your timing, you can do little bit research on this, how the thing is work, that particular part, you can just go through some of the above technical terms, and any kind of question comes or any kind of doubt is there, okay, you just ask in the WhatsApp group we have made for learning more things or solving the doubts. So you can just put that question, so I will provide you some reference link or some explanation on the spot, because I'm active in internet, in the WhatsApp, so I will give you some more responses in less time, so you can grab the things at the same point, then you can come up in the Google and then you can research something more extra. That's you can get and learn lots of new things. Okay, so I think this is a way that we can move further. Any kind of things you need to add, or I need to move little bit faster to explain anything, that also you can give suggestion, or anything you want to add, some teaching style didn't understand, that also you can tell me. Anyone? Yeah. Thanks for that particular part. Yes, of course we need to go understand these stuffs. We'll do more things, so that is not an issue is there in that particular part. And yeah, so please do research a little bit about the, if you want to go through with the internet, you can get lots of things, learn that particular part, get it, not an issue. And tomorrow we're going to learn about the OSI layer, all the place. If I want to tell, there we go, the application, we have the presentation, then we have session layer, transport, network, data link, and physical. So that's the 7 layers that is actually working, how we are communicating right now. Actually, from my system to your system, how you can see my sharing screen, how this notepad is look like. This is comes into the application and transport. The session is what we call the timing, how the meeting is going on. Transport is how the data is travel, and the network through which we are actually connected. And this is a physical media, the LAN cables and the Wi-Fi connectivity, that thing. So we'll go one by one, little bit that, but that's the one overview we have working. So you can check out with this in particular part to learn the things and grab the things in that area. Okay, anybody have any question, query, anything you want to ask apart from other stuff, or in terms of jobs, interview, any question is there, you can ask. Yeah. That is the question is there. I will explain that thing also in one topic. To securely use your network, if I go with the one short word, you can use a VPN connection simply to hide your IP and access internet. That's the very basic thing that we can do, but later I will also explain how we can use the Tor browser and the proxy system with VPN connection to become more secure on internet. So that I will explain how the thing is work, what is actually Tor browser is, because we generally use Chrome browser. Maybe if you are using Firefox or not, don't know. In Apple we have Safari is there, in Windows we use Edge. These are the very common web browsers through which we can access the internet and website actually. But apart from that, we have Tor, Brave browser is there, other browsers are also there, so we will discuss that thing also one by one. So right now if I say, so we go with the VPN connection, you can add VPN connection so that you can change your location or IP address. For a little demo part, you can go to internet, you can just simply search on Safari what is my IP. So it will give me the IP is this is in IPv6. Don't worry about this, what is IPv4 and 6 we'll discuss. When I go to internet edge, and here if I access the VPN, I change to the location Netherlands. So if I search here what is my IP, so here now it is it's giving me the access on this location, something like that. You can see the location is Netherlands. And if I there is one website called the Whoisnet, so we'll discuss that thing also. I will just showing you how you can verify. So if I just copy this thing from my Firefox browser, that is I'm using a normal browser, and if I search here my IP address location, so it will give the location of India, because currently I'm in India. So there you can see. Here it is giving me my service provider, the internet service provider. It is in India. Location is in, you can see, in India. That particular part, that is a headquarter of office it is showing. It is in that particular area, so it is in India. That is a service provider location. Okay, now ask. Yes, definitely. Now I will check this particular IP, which is using my Edge browser. So if I just search with this particular copy. Then if I search again a new tab, so there you will get a particular file. So it is showing the Netherlands, Wenskensberg, something like that. So if you search with the location, there it is showing, you know, state, region, postal code, Finland, like, you know, that is the location. So that's how we can change. Of course, we have some other techniques that still I can try, even I'm using the VPN connection. So we'll discuss in detail. That's the one demo that I showcase you, so you get a little idea. So for an initial approach, you can use some paid VPN access to secure your network connection. And one more thing that is that you can do, don't visit any some unknown website to download some data, because until unless it is not trusted, or you cannot see the HTTPS that is in a lock sign on that browser, so don't download anything. You can visit, surf the website, but don't download anything. There is a chance of some virus or malware is a chance is there that thing you know got it. So that's the small part. We will discuss this thing in a very in-depth in a one total dedicated 2 to 3 hour of session. So it's a long part, how we can do, how we are secure, how much we are secure in online to access that particular part. These are the steps that you're going to do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that how the internet is working first thing, then how we can communicate, that is the part. If you want to secure your location, so you can jump into any VPN connection so that your location will be distracted from original IP. So that's how you can become secure. That's the small thing that we have discussed today, that how the network is coming, and then what is satellite communication is, how the LAN wire or fiber cables are working. So that's the awareness that we have just set up today's class. Then tomorrow we'll jump on this particular topic, that will go layer by layer actually. So the internet is working well. Now we will discuss this, how from one system to another system the data is traveling. So there we are comparing with these 7 layers to understand more about data transfer. If I talk about that, how from one laptop to another laptop we are sending data, we can say that we are using the Gmail, we are using some messaging app, or we are using Google Drive to transfer data. That is the internet connection. Or maybe we can say that we are using physical media, we have pen drive, USB, external hard drive is there. Through that we can copy, then paste in another laptop. Okay, that is the thing. But how this actually happening? So what is the background process? That we gonna learn in this 7 layers in this part. Yeah. No problem, you can ask. Definitely, there is that thing is also happened, what we call the Wi-Fi connection. So if we talk about the Wi-Fi connection, so how it is working, it's have some range through which you can get the access of Wi-Fi. Okay, so let's suppose it's around 100-meter range we are getting. So any people who are available in that area, they can also access the Wi-Fi. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing is that we require a Wi-Fi password to access if we are in the using some new Wi-Fi connection. If I showcase it in my laptop, so I am using my home router Wi-Fi, but you can see in my neighborhood they also are using Wi-Fi. Okay, these are the different Wi-Fi connections are available. Okay, so to connect with them we require a password. But if I don't know the password, what I can do, we can try to hack this particular Wi-Fi. Hack the Wi-Fi, we require to crack the password, then I can access it. There is a one option. And one thing we can do is that what hackers do, they will just spoof, or they create a ROG Wi-Fi, what we call a technical term ROG Wi-Fi is there, ROG Wi-Fi, or you can see it's a fake Wi-Fi creation. So in that what actually happens, they will create fake Wi-Fi with the same name I already connected. Let's suppose it's connected with the Cyberdome V5. So I will create a Wi-Fi of my own laptop or hotspot kind of thing, and I will just create the same name, and it's an open network, no password is required. So people are more happy to connect any Wi-Fi connection which have the free access. Like we like free things, even in go to general stores, if we have something free we can buy, because we don't spend money in that particular area and easily we can get it, correct? But the same thing is what we call the human emotions. We cannot control anything. If you are going to Burger King Okay, if you are getting something in $2 burger, and there will be some Wednesday offer is going on or Friday offer is going on. So if you pay instead of two, you can pay instead $5. So you will get a full family pack burger. So what you gonna to buy? If the offer, if I am giving you in $2, you are getting a one burger. It's a king size burger is there. But I given one offer on Wednesday that you can got $5 and you will get a full family burger. That will be like a family members, maybe 5 or 6. So everyone get a one each burger. So you prefer to this combination, correct? Because it's a good offer comparing to one if I am going to buy. Same thing also happen in the public places where we get some open connection and directly we can connect with the Wi-Fi, because we are addicted to the Wi-Fi internet. We require something to search on WhatsApp, to do message, to do mail, or you want to see TikTok or Instagram, visit Facebook or Twitter. Got it? So if we are getting free Wi-Fi access, we are happy to connect. We are addicted to that. So that is the way how the hackers got trap set up the trap. And then we have lots of tools are available that I will teach you in the training part, through which whatever the communication you are doing, if you are connected to my Wi-Fi connection, let's suppose you are right now in India and you are using my home Wi-Fi. So whatever the communication is you are doing, whatever the chat you are doing or some message you are doing or whatever the website you are visiting, I can see, I can monitor that thing easily. So I can manipulate that particular traffic also. So there we perform some kind of called the phishing page we will create, and spoof DNS, that we call the domain, that is a website name, and I will create one Facebook custom page. So official site is facebook.com, but I will create some custom page, something like this, and when you visit the website, so you can directly simply do your mail ID and password you can enter, and I got the access directly, simply. So that's how the hackers actually manipulate the area with free public base. And maybe if you are transferring some amount from your bank or credit card bill you are submitting, so I can get the details about that part easily, and then I can take any benefit from there as a free of cost. That's how the thing is actually working. It's a theoretical part. I will showcase you practically also how we can perform this thing. So don't worry for others who didn't understand, but get a little idea how the thing is actually working in real time. Yeah. So we'll do this thing as a practically. So don't worry about that thing. How we'll create a fake page, and when I'm sending to you, maybe you can write some your mail ID and password, so I can get easily that mail ID and password in a simple plain text format. Nothing to do decrypt, nothing to do any extra stuff. That's how the thing is actually working. Yeah. Any other question anybody have? Any doubt is there? Yeah. Yeah. See. Yes, I got it. This SIM tools we use for the detection part. Any kind of activities, any malicious activities happen in your network, so it will detect, and then we can mitigate at a real time. That's how the same tools are working. So maybe if you are using one cloud platform, if I don't know which tool you are using, Splunk is there, IBM QRadar is there. We are using at an advanced level to detect the patterns about any kind of malicious network is coming into our local network and office. That thing we can do. That's the particular part we have. So that's particular things we actually work on. So it's a indication tool, and then we manage the event, like whatever the activity is going on in a very large network part. It's actually part of area we call the SOC. So that we call as a security operations center, and that is another job profile we use. SOC based profiles are like SOC engineers. We are working in cybersecurity area, but it is little advanced area. This is another job profile we can say. So there also we use this thing generally to mitigate, to stop some malicious activities or cybercrime attacks in the company organization. So there we set up this kind of tool sets to monitor and mitigate in real time. Like these are the big infrastructure tools that we use in industry, on cloud as well as physical infrastructure also. ArcSight is there, then you can do with Alien Vault. These other tools are there. OSS, ITMM, these other tools are the etc. So don't worry, that's the thing we can use it to stop this kind of attacks if it is happening in local company network and that thing. So that will help to work on that area. Okay. Any other question apart from that? Anybody? No one? Yeah, ask. Splunk, or you called the second tool? Nessus is used for the vulnerability management detection. this is a different tool actually. This I will teach you in this session also. What is, this is automation tool actually that we use to identify the predefined bugs or some is present in the network part or not. So Splunk is a same tool that will indicate and do the management part, and Nessus is the automation vulnerability scanner tool. So you can provide the website link, you can provide the network IP address, it will automatically scan and give a list of vulnerability that is already present in your application and network part. So that's the thing that you can do this particular area actually. Yeah, it's the main company is Tenable actually. The company who are building this tool is the Tenable, and there is a one product we call the Nessus. Apart from we have Nexpose and other different tools is also available by this company. So it's a software company. They are building cybersecurity tools. So this is the one we have assessment. Yeah. Any other doubt? No one? All good? Maybe who are beginners, don't know about this thing, don't worry. Right now this on these keywords we'll explain in the upcoming days. So don't worry about that particular part, that what others are asking, like they are a little bit already know these things. That's why I have. So no issues there. For the other persons who are totally beginner, just we can focus with this particular part. For the today's task, I will explain other things later one by one. Okay. So yeah, you can research it on Google because that's available free of cost. So that thing you can gain freely. The knowledge you can gain freely. So there is not a restriction in that particular part. Yeah.